Good morning. I'm Monique Ruffin, your Moon Mama. How are you today? Today is Monday. Monday is the day that the moon governs. And then the moon is in Capricorn today, and we are coming upon the end of this eclipse season. Tomorrow we will have the full moon eclipse in Capricorn, and it feels so auspicious to me. And the reason why it does is because Capricorn and Cancer, we had the new moon in Cancer on July 2nd, a couple of weeks ago. The new moon and the full moon are usually 2 weeks apart. We have a new moon or a full moon every 2 weeks since the beginning of our lifetimes that we know. It's always been that way. But this Capricorn full moon, Capricorn governs power. It's so good. Capricorn governs power, our personal power, the seat of power inside of ourselves. And it is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the disciplinary. So what this usually means, so let me start here. Full moons are culminations. It's, like a culmination, like graduating from college, or, you're pregnant and then you actually have the baby. You start a project and then you actually complete it, and it, like, the culmination of things, right? That's what full moons are about. So in Capricorn with Saturn and both Pluto and Capricorn, it's the place in your life where you have fallen on your face the most. It's the place in your life that has frustrated you, that has entangled you, that has tripped you up, that has discouraged you, that has encouraged you even to end the discouraging experience, in the saga of all of it, to get up and go again. That is Saturn, and that is Saturn in Capricorn, where you really access your some sense of achievement inside of you, and some sense of achievement inside of you. And so Capricorn is, this full moon in this eclipse time is the place where we come to our our own authority, our own power, because we have failed again and again and again, and we know something now. Like, we have learned something, and we own it because we have been tried in it. That is this Capricorn full moon energy. And so you just have to think in your life, like, where are the places where you have struggled the most? And, for those of us who are young, like in our 20s or things like that, this might not be your time. I mean, this is some time of yours, but for those of us who have lived a little longer, and we understand what it's like to struggle with something for 15, 20 years, to be in a relationship with somebody that's just ridiculous and challenging and difficult for 20 years, like struggling with one particular thing with someone, and the moment when you give up, then it opens up into something else. Like that is Saturn. It's a long period of time where you are where you become masterful at it, but that requires having different perceptions and perspectives, because Saturn will break you. You're not going to do it in the way that you think. It's not a straight line with Saturn. It's not, from A to Z or A to B. It's something that makes you start over and over. You're like at A. Oh, you get to G and you're like, oh, now I got to go back to A. You get to X and you're like, oh my God, now I got to go back to A. That is this. And that is usually time and investment and blood and sweat and sorrow and grief and happiness and all of that. But what do you gain from that? What do you gain from that? This is this full moon eclipse in Capricorn. Oh, and I don't know why I'm so excited about it, but I really am. The other thing that's amazing about this time is that Capricorn rules government. And so we see what's going on in our government right now. And, one of the things that I believe, as I've spent so much time studying history and paying attention and listening and all this sort of stuff, is that our government is completely flawed. As things are, what isn't flawed, right? But our government is flawed against people of color, and every system in our country works against many people, black people, brown people. It works against them, even though it's supporting and possibly working, so to say, working to support white people. It is not working to support black people, and it is oppressive, and what this government has done to Native Americans and all of those sort of things, right? But it comes a time when there has to be a reconciliation. Energy doesn't die. It only it circles back around. So we are in this time of what Malcolm X said, when the chickens are coming home to roost. And that is what Trump is, in my perspective, in my view. He is the chickens coming home to roost. He is the veil remover. Is he conscious of this? I don't think he is. I don't know him personally. He doesn't seem conscious. He seems tyrannical, but that is the nature of this energy that started, at the beginning of this nation, that would overlook people for the sake of capital and gain. And Trump is the embodiment of that. And so his energy, his way of being it has the ability to break the system, but the system is broken for many already. And so this Capricorn energy ruling government is just showing forth the cracks that are in our system, and Trump is a part of that. And so we're going to get a chance to figure out what we're going to do next. We get to wake up, we get to participate, we get to suffer under the experience of this or rise under it. It's our choice. We'll figure that out, or we'll decide, or we'll be led. However it works, things are changing is my point, because Capricorn governs structures. Capricorn also governs the skeleton of our bodies. So that's what it is. So the skeleton of the home, the skeleton of our government, the structures, right? In our businesses and our relationships, all of the structures we're starting to see where they are not fortified, where there are cracks, and what needs to be done in order to course correct. So I am encouraging everyone to do something to support themselves energetically during this time. And what would you do? Capricorn is earth, maybe spend some time out on the earth, just sort of breathing, or you can carry your crystals. I've been wearing my crystal. This is a bloodstone crystal. It clears the blood, and that is a foundational thing, a foundational structural thing, the blood. Maybe do a fast, or just something to acknowledge and honor the sacredness of who and what we are at this time. And yeah, it's beautiful. I could talk on and on and on, but I will not. But I will say happy full moon. It doesn't really come until tomorrow. So it's tomorrow, but the energy is here today. If you'd like to be a part of my meditation, please sign up for my email list that we're going to be hosting tomorrow evening at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday. If you'd like to get a natal chart reading to understand how this energy is working in your life, sign up for coaching to understand how you can heal the structures and the structures and the patterns that have got you to where you are today. Anyway, I'm going on too much. Peace and blessings. My name is Monique Ruffin. I'm your Moon Mama. Bye-bye. Have a great day.